The grasslands tremble under the morning wind, carrying the scent of rain and danger alike. A group of Australopithecus moves swiftly through the tall savanna grass, their bent silhouettes outlined against the rising sun. They are not farmers, nor will they ever be. They are gatherers, hunters, wanderers, bound to the rhythm of the land. One female bends low fingers, pulling at roots hidden beneath the soil, while another carefully lifts a child onto her back, shielding it with woven leaves against the chill. In this world, survival is not guaranteed by planting seeds, but by chasing what can be caught, by finding what can be dug, by remembering paths where food once appeared. Every sunrise means movement. Every dusk means uncertainty. And without farming, there is no promise of tomorrow, only the fight to reach it. A sharp cry cuts through the air. The hunters return breath-heavy, carrying not abundance, but fragments of their chase. Their stone tools are crude flakes of obsidian chipped by instinct rather than craft. One young male still drips blood from a cut on his arm, earned when the antelope turned and charged before vanishing into the plains. Their efforts yield little, and hunger spreads through the group like shadow. Children whimper. Elders watch with eyes that understand too well the cycle of scarcity. The clan moves on, pulled by an invisible cord toward the river. Water is life, and along its banks food might be found. They arrive as storm clouds gather the sky, shifting from gold to steel. The females wade into the shallows, scooping up fish with sharpened sticks, while others strip bark and roots from nearby trees. For a moment, there is relief, the rhythm of hands and tools creating sustenance. Yet the storm breaks quickly. Rain lashes down, wind howls across the plain, and the river swells with sudden fury. The youngest stumble in the mud, mothers clutching them close. In the chaos, a predator strikes an enormous lioness, lunging from the grass, her muscles rippling hunger in her eyes. Panic explodes. The group scatters, mud flying beneath frantic feet. The hunters rally, brandishing their stone flakes and sticks. One male charges forward, with reckless courage slamming his tool against the beast's flank. The lioness roars, claws slashing the air. The struggle is raw, primeval, a clash of muscle instinct and will. The tribe unites, circling the predator, striking from all sides. It is not farming that saves them, it is unity, desperation, and courage. At last, the lioness retreats, snarling into the storm, leaving behind trembling survivors, and the silence of victory mixed with loss. The tribe collapses together under the dripping canopy of trees. Some are wounded, others exhausted, but the child is safe. One elder presses herbs into the wound of the brave hunter, grinding leaves with stone and spitting the mixture into the gash. An ancient medicine born from trial and memory. As the rain eases, laughter erupts, fragile, broken, but real. They have survived the storm and the lion both. Tonight, they will eat what little they gathered, huddled close, fire crackling against the damp night. Tomorrow, they will walk again, always searching, never sowing. This is the destiny of a species without farming, not permanence, but endless wandering, and in that wandering the spark of legend. As dawn breaks again, the tribe emerges from the shelter of their trees. The storm has passed, leaving the savanna damp and heavy with mist. Drops cling to the blades of tall grass, glimmering like shards of crystal. The air is fresh, but hunger gnaws deeper than beauty can soothe. Without farming, every day begins with the same unyielding question. Where will food come from? The river still churns with the storm's rage, its waters too dangerous to cross. So the clan moves inland, following the trails of migrating animals. Bare feet sink into the softened earth, leaving behind a fragile record of their existence that will vanish by dusk. The path is not empty. Another group of Australopithecus appears on the horizon, darker silhouettes moving with the same urgency, drawn by the same desperation. The two tribes lock eyes across the open plain, tension thick as the humid air. Neither has surplus to share. The first group tightens around its children mothers, holding them close. The hunters step forward, brandishing sharpened sticks, their faces fierce. For a long moment, the savanna itself seems to hold its breath. Then, instead of charging, both tribes retreat, drifting in opposite directions, the threat of conflict avoided, but never gone. Without farming, there is no ground to claim, no land to till, only endless movement, and every new group encountered could mean death or uneasy truce. By midday, the sun burns hot overhead. The clan slows near a rocky ridge where berries dot the bushes, their crimson color stark against the green. Excitement sparks through the group. Children laugh, filling their hands and mouths, but danger lurks even in sweetness. One female bites into a bitter fruit and collapses. Moments later, her body convulsing. Panic rises, but the elder intervenes, forcing chewed herbs down her throat, a remedy remembered from countless generations of trial and error. After hours of silence and fear, the female stirs again, weak but alive. Survival is not only about gathering, it is about knowing which plants heal and which ones kill, knowledge etched into memory because no harvest waits to sustain them. Later, as the heat gives way to the cool of evening, the hunters climb higher into the ridge to search for larger prey. They spot a small herd of antelope grazing in the distance. The group forms a circle, moving low and silent, tools clenched tight. It is not agriculture that brings them together, but strategy instinct born of countless hunts. They spring forward with cries, driving the animals into chaos. Dust explodes, hooves thunder, and in the melee, one hunter is thrown to the ground, trampled blood streaking his chest. The others rally, cutting one antelope from the herd and bringing it down with sharpened stones and desperate strength. Victory comes at a price, as always. They carry the meat back, shoulders straining, faces grim. That night, firelight flickers across the ridge. The tribe eats together, tearing flesh from bone, their hunger silenced for a fleeting moment. Smoke drifts upward, carrying with it the scent of survival. The injured hunter lies apart, his breathing shallow, but he is alive, tended by careful hands. The children, full for the first time in days, play in the shadows. In the absence of farming, survival is not routine, it is victory. And every victory feels like a legend carved into the bones of the earth. The night deepens over the savanna, stars scattering across the sky like ancient fire embers. Around the fire, the tribe gathers, close bodies pressed together, not only for warmth, but for comfort. The antelope's bones crack under stone tools, marrow sucked out with grateful urgency. Yet even in this fleeting abundance, a shadow lingers. Without farming, food is never more than a day away from scarcity. Every victory fades with the dawn, every full belly, a reminder that tomorrow will demand the same desperate struggle. At first light, the clan rises again. The injured hunter, though weak, walks, supported by two others. The tribe moves slowly now, their pace set by his survival, not speed. They follow the wind, searching for signs, tracks in the soil, the cry of birds, the bend of grass that reveals where life has passed. The landscape is both home and enemy, offering sustenance, but never security. Children carry bundles of leaves filled with water, dripping steadily, each drop precious. Mothers watch the horizon with wary eyes, knowing predators hunt the same paths. Hours stretch into weariness until a new danger emerges. A distant roar echoes hyenas. The clan tightens into a circle, protecting the vulnerable. The predators creep closer, eyes gleaming, laughter sharp as broken stone. For a moment, it seems inevitable that blood will spill again. But the tribe lifts their fire, carrying burning branches high. Flames whip and crackle in the wind, and the hyenas hesitate, snarling before slinking back into the tall grass. The group survives not through dominance, but through unity. Through the fragile flame they learned to keep alive. When evening comes, the tribe finds shelter in a shallow cave at the base of a cliff. The air is cool, the stone walls etched by time. They settle, laying the children down, tending to the wounded, sharing what little remains of their meat. One elder scratches lines on the cave floor with the stone marks that mean nothing yet, but carry the weight of memory. In a world without farming, permanence is impossible, but symbols begin to hold what the land cannot. As the fire burns low, laughter returns. The children's voices echo against the stone. The wounded hunter smiles faintly, and for a moment, fear fades. They are still alive. Tomorrow will bring hunger storms, predators, and endless wandering. But tonight, beneath the ancient stars, they have one another. And in that fragile unity, even without fields or harvest, the seeds of humanity endure.